Hi, my name's Carmen, and my brother is an addict. Well, he was an addict. I woke up this morning and I already forgot. I'm sorry. Um, Before I came down on, I was a cook. I mean, I still am a cook, I guess. Just a different kind of cook. My brother and I would cook together a lot, especially when we were kids. You know, that was where we got along the most. Food was our common ground. We had this plan to open a restaurant with each other. We had a name, we had a vibe, all of it. My brother can make you feel confident in yourself. Whenever I was scared, I was anxious, I didn't want to do something, he'd always say, just get it over with. Just face it. He'd always say, stupid, but he'd always say, like, let it rip. He was loud, and he was hilarious. And he had this amazing ability. You could just get the temperature of any room and just dial it. And I'm not built like that. I didn't have many friends growing up. I had a stutter. I was too scared to talk half the time. I didn't get good grades because I couldn't pay attention in school. I didn't get into college. I didn't have any girlfriends. I don't think I'm funny. I always thought that my brother was my best friend. Like, we knew everything about each other. Except everybody thought he was their best friend. He was that magnetic. I didn't know my brother was using drugs. What does that say? The older I got, the more I realized I didn't know anything about him. Really. And eventually, he stopped letting me into the restaurant a couple years ago. He just cut me off cold. And that hurt. And that flipped this switch inside me, I guess, where I was just like, okay, fuck you. Watch this. And because I felt so rejected and lame and shitty and uncool, I made this plan. I was gonna go work for the best restaurants in the world. Okay? Like all the best kitchens. Like fuck mom and dad's piece of shit, right? And it sounds ridiculous me saying this now, but that's what I did. I got the shit kicked out of me. I separated herbs and I shucked oysters and clams and uni. And I cut myself and I got peppers and onions under my fingernails and in my eyes, and my skin was dry and oily at the same time. I got calluses from the knives, and my stomach was fucked. And it was everything. And a couple years later, I started to find this station for myself. And I wasn't afraid. And it was clear. And I was good. I felt okay. You know? I knew which herbs went together, you know, which vegetables went together, temperatures, proteins, sauces, all that shit. And when someone new came to the restaurant to stage, I'd be like, I'd see them as competition, you know? I'd be like, I'm gonna smoke this motherfucker. Like, I could talk through food. I could communicate through creativity. And it was that kind of confidence that I was I was finally I was I was good at something. And it was so new and exciting, and I just want him to know that. Fuck, I just want him to be like, good job. And the more he wouldn't respond, the more our relationship kind of strained. And the deeper into this I went, and the better I got. And the more I cut people out of my life, the quieter it got. And the routine in the kitchen, it was so consistent and exacting and busy and hard and alive. And I lost track of time, and my brother died. And he left me his restaurant. And the last couple of months, I've been trying to fix it up because it's in rough shape. And the more I've been trying to fix it, the more I realized that it was very clear to me that me trying to fix the restaurant is me trying to fix what was happening with my brother. Because that restaurant, it has, and it does, mean a lot to people. It means a lot to me. I just don't know that it ever meant anything to him.